Welcome back to Transaction Care. My name is Lillian Hernandez, but you can call me Lily. And in today's video, we are discussing how to pick a transaction management platform. So if you are a TC, whether you're brand new, seasoned, and you're considering using one for the first time, switching platforms, these are my tips and what I suggest or recommend you consider while choosing a TC management platform. And if you're watching this and realize maybe I missed some things or want to add to the discussion, feel free and hit the comments because open dialogue is what we're all about, and engaging with each other, helping each other out. That's what community is all about. So before we get started, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. But if you have, thank you so much. And if you want to learn more about my TC services as well as coaching services and my private TC community membership program, visit transactioncare.com. That's where all of that information lives. And you can also set up a free discovery call with me so we can discuss topics like this one, as well as many others that are talked about on this platform and beyond. In my previous vlog, I discussed how to choose a transaction coordinator course and some of the steps you should take, some of the things to be mindful of and to consider while doing your research and your vetting. Because at the end of the day, this is your money, this is your time, this is your energy, this is your career, this is your livelihood. And it does take a sense of responsibility in order to make the right decision, take those risks, spend the money. But if you can have a little bit of help along the way to prevent you from tripping up a little bit, because I know our decisions in life, won't be perfect, but I crawled so you can walk and run. Okay, guys? So take these things into consideration. And if they're helpful, let me know. I'd be glad to just celebrate your wins with you. TC management platforms. First of all, you want to decide, is this for a TC or is this for a brokerage / real estate firm? Because there are differences. And in this particular video, I'm not really going to name any brands in particular. If you are a brand that would like to be mentioned on this show, on my platform, or perhaps sponsor content, email me, tc@transactioncare.com. But for the sake of just staying neutral and just giving you guys the straight up information, I'm not going to be mentioning any names of the products that I use because I may switch, or in actuality, I may not be in alignment with them in general. So for the sake of that, we're just going to go through the bullet points and my notes that I have right in front of me. So I'm not ignoring you. I'm just looking at my notes because I can't commit everything to memory. I will burn myself out so quickly. Okay, so you definitely want to consider price, right? You want to know your budget, what you're working with, but that shouldn't deter you from picking the right program or the program that's a fit for you, because everyone's needs are different. Everyone's experience with technology is different. Everyone's ability to build things from the ground up, from scratch, are different. So you definitely want to consider those things when it comes to, what you're going to pay for. But beyond price, which we'll get into again a little bit later, you want to consider things like customer service, feedback and reviews, who created it, are they available, which goes back to customer service. What are the resources I have if I'm having trouble using the website, or maybe it's the weekend or after hours? Are they available? Is this something that they're transparent about? If you have questions after hours, we have a helpline or an email that you can email, or are they just simply 9 to 5? It just depends on your needs and how urgent you need something to be answered. But for the most part, the companies that I have worked with generally operate between the standard 9 to 5 Monday through Friday hours. It's very rare that I ever need them on the weekends because I have created systems and time management to where I don't work after hours or on the weekends. And in the moments where stuff stops working, I just take that as a sign for me to also stop working. But we'll get into time management and boundaries and all those things in future episodes and conversations, because I feel like beyond the work, all of that is just as important. So, in this process of finding the right transaction management platform for yourself, you do want to consider those things. So, who is in charge of this thing and who's operating this? And if I need help, are they available? But don't forget, do they have a lot of free resources on their website and videos and podcasts, blogs that you can read, watch, or listen to help you navigate that website? Because one thing for sure about TC management platforms, I'm not sure if any are already pre-built and then you just kind of edit them, but the ones I've come across, you have to build them from scratch. Meaning, here's access to the platform, you build your checklists, you build your agendas, you input your templates, all of that. You just have access to an open platform and you create it. So consider that in the process of you shopping as well. Then some things to also consider are, user experience. Like I said, is this for the TC? Is this for the realtor? Also, user experience can be the functionality, the tools, the buttons, the design of the website. The one I use is kind of old school. It looks like a website that was built maybe in like the mid 2000s, and the look just never really got upgraded, but it works for me. And I'm a very tech savvy person, but in the midst of me doing my shopping and looking around, what they provided at the time and still to this day works for me. I haven't shopped around for other TC management platforms. I do offer a side service for TCs that go on vacation. And when I was using other platforms that other TCs used, I did notice some significant differences. I did like the design of other programs, but I just didn't like I didn't have a good user experience with it in terms of placement of certain things or trying to find where things belong. So you can do free trials, you can watch YouTube videos, tutorials, all of that, because what's most important when choosing is being able to navigate and read your agendas, your slash to-do list easily, as well as does it have a TC checklist? Meaning, if I create a checklist in my platform, is there a button for me to select buyer, seller, buyer's agent, listing agent to show that they have signed or not? That has been the lifesaver and just kept me from having to commit everything from memory. And that has been a game changer. So if your platform doesn't have that, I don't really recommend it, because then you're doing double the work. I used to do everything by hand and on paper, and that was not fun. And some platforms still feel like that, and they just never really upgraded or included that in their services, which blows my mind, because the main job of a TC is to audit a file. And if I don't know who has signed or who hasn't, what's the point? Because a lot of TCs use code like X unsigned, S the seller needs to sign, B buyer needs to sign, B SB. Like, what is the point of you paying all this money if you can't even keep track in a organized, easy way of how your file is? Keep track of how your file should be and who needs to sign what. So that is a huge thing to look out for. Other features can be calendars, how things are sorted in the platform, email capabilities. Can you email from within the platform? Personally, that's not a feature that I like to use, because it just becomes it then involves too many third parties involved, because I'm already using a custom email. Now I'm using another platform. I don't really understand the jargon between custom emails and email systems capabilities, but I still use Gmail, and I'm going to talk about the benefits of using Gmail and Google for your business in a future episode. But for now, if you need email capabilities, consider that as well as how files are archived, how they're saved, if you can share information within the platform, such as timelines or file updates. All of those things matter. You know what I mean? So take all of that into consideration. Through my experience, having a TC management platform has been such a game changer. And I'm so grateful that I started using one, even though it was very late into my business. I had already worked in the real estate industry for 15 years. I was already independent for about 3 years before I started actually using a TC management platform. And I'm going on 4 years. Yeah, about 4 years now of using one, and it has made me more efficient. It has bought me more time back on my plate because I'm not committing things to memory. I'm not using a paper checklist. I'm not using codes to decipher who needs to sign what. It's all automated. And now I'm actually using it to help me manage my podcast, thekeyspodcast.com, and my YouTube channel here, Transaction Care. So my TC management platform has evolved from just managing files to now creating checklists that I've created for my podcast and my YouTube, and who knows, maybe even my life. But I think they're great. I think they're an asset more so than they are a liability. So if you are considering, what should I absolutely pay for, I definitely recommend a TC management platform. But if you aren't managing more than, I'd say, 10 files a month, maybe even 15, you could probably get away with doing 15 on your own. But anything above that, I definitely recommend you getting a TC management platform because it will save you so much time. And outside of actually managing a lot of files or very little number of files, depending on, what your business involves, if you need to buy more time back, then I would consider getting one. So that's all I have for now. I hope this helps you. There definitely are still more benefits, of course, like I said, time management, one place to store information. But overall, these are some things to consider and factor when purchasing a TC management platform. You can also, most of them offer monthly or annual payment structures. So consider that. You can also pause them. I believe, don't take my word for it. Go to the source directly and let me know what you decide on. And again, if you are a TC management platform and you want to talk about your platform or your program or your software here on Transaction Care, leave me a comment or just email me, tc@transactioncare.com. And if you would like to learn more about myself or my services, visit transactioncare.com. Everything lives there, from booking one-on-ones with me, purchasing coaching sessions, learning more about my TC community membership program, because I'm giving you guys the keys. That's why I call my podcast The Keys, because there are no gatekeepers here. And I really just want to help you unlock the best you today and beyond. So if that resonates with you, if I have provided value, thank you so much. Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. It goes a long way. This, along with many other videos I've created to help you in your TC journey, are going to be in a playlist. And if you want a particular topic discussed or have questions that need to be answered, I am more than glad to answer them and create content for them. So like I said, leave a comment. And I release new vlogs, new videos every week on Wednesdays. So tune in, turn your notifications on so you get alerted and emailed as soon as a new video is released. Play it in the background, play it in the car drive, play it while you're working out, because I'm giving you guys free game. And we're just getting started, people. Okay, guys, we are just getting started. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, tell a friend, and until the next one, care for yourself, care for your wealth. Your time is worth it. Let's coordinate. My name is Lillian Hernandez, but you can call me Lily. Talk soon. By the way, if you liked this video, you'll definitely love this one. So check them out right here, all up on the screen. Talk to you guys later.